We are going to create a simple collecting game. So make sure you have your Kodu open. You're going to go ahead and click New World. And this is going to give us a blank world. We are able to press play and go into the game mode, but there is nothing in our world right now. I can scroll in and I can scroll out, and I can change the view by right-clicking, but there's nothing here to do. So I'm going to escape, and I am first going to paint some terrain here. I'm going to grab my paintbrush, and I have a couple options, well, a bunch of options. If I click onto here, I can choose the color that I would like to have for my terrain. And you can choose multiple colors. I'm just going to choose this one right here. I can also, if I want to increase or decrease the size of my brush, use the arrow key up here. So use these little shortcuts that are up here. They come in handy. Right? So here's my terrain. Now I'm going to add a character, and I think I'm going to add just a simple Kodu. So I click on the Kodu tool, click on where I want my character to start, and then choose my character. I'd like everybody to start with Kodu. I know there are other options here, and we'll talk more about them later. He's kind of hard to see though on this background, so if I hover over him, I actually can use the arrow keys again to change his color. I think I'm going to go with pink. All right, so if I press play now, again, nothing happens because we do need to program him. So let's go ahead and program him. So I press my escape key again. I need to be on the object tool, and I need to hover over him and then right click and program. So I kind of look at the programming as like a little sentence here. So when something happens, the character or the item is going to do. So let's get this character moving. So when we click on the keyboard and we need to tell the character what keys we're using, I'm going to use the arrows. So when the keyboard arrows are pressed, do move. All right, I'm going to escape out of this, press play, and I'm going to use my arrow keys, and you can see now that my character is now moving. Not a game yet, but at least I have my character moving. And we'll talk more about the settings that you can do for your character later. I'm going to escape out of that. And the next thing I'm going to do is actually add some apples. So I'm going to click here. Apples are kind of the easiest one to get to, and you can kind of collect them easily. All right, so I am not going to program the apples. Actually, let me move this guy closer. I am going to program, oh, and if you accidentally have too many or you don't want that one there, you can right click on it and cut. So right now, if I press play, he's not going to interact with this at all. So I'm going to right click and program. And I'm going to say when I bump the apple, which is in objects. Oh, there it is, apple. When I bump the apple, I am going to score, and I'm going to score, and I have to choose a color that's going to show up, so I'm going to choose black. So black will get 10 points. So every time I press the arrow key, he's going to move. When the apple is bumped, I'm going to score black 10 points. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. And don't come at me for my gaming skills here. Well, you can see now that my score is going up, 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 up because the apple is still there and I'm touching it. So I don't even have to really do anything to get my score really high. So let's make it so that the apple disappears when I bump it. All right. So back to my object tool and program. So when I again bump the apple, I am going to, under combat, vanish, and I'm not myself going to vanish, I'm going to vanish it. All right, so now I have, when I bump the apple, it's going to vanish it. So it should only give me then 10 points when I bump that apple. And it has disappeared and I only have 10 points. So if I go to my other one, then I'm going to see 20. Perfect. But if I collect all the apples, I'm still not going to win the game. So I'm going to go to my Kodu again one last time here. And I'm going to program him so when I don't see any more apples, so when I see not any apples, then the game, under game, is going to win. So when I see not any apples, we're going to win. All right, let's go ahead and try it. Let's see if I can get all 3 of these without taking too long. Don't come at me for my gaming skills. My Kodu is not very fast. I'll have to adjust his settings. Oh, come on. All right, got my second one. Let's see if once I get my third one, I'm the winner. All right, so that's the basic collection game. Go ahead and play with it more, add some new terrain, add some more objects. You could even change the different colors of the apples to make them worth more points or less points. You have lots of options here, so have fun creating. Good luck. Rewind if you need to.